Hello, I'm in bed with my good friend Oli Spleen, and you may recognise Oli from a video that we made on my generation. And this is a debut for this little pup, which is my little boy, Soldier Blue.
He's a nutcase.
He's a nutcase, he's crazy. So I'm wearing this delightful orange shirt to promote HIV Awareness Week, and I naturally thought of my friend Oli, who we've known each other for ages, haven't we?
Yeah, since early 90s?
The early 90s, yeah.
Yeah, which is
Showing
a
our
very
age.
long time ago, yeah.
Yeah.
It was back when it was still a death sentence, HIV, as far as we were aware. The people were still dying, high-profile people, and and there was no knowledge of how good the medication that was just coming in. It was all experimental. I was in Hastings at the time. I was supposed to be starting on this medication because my viral load had gotten so bad in the year since diagnosis. They decided to start me on it. Nowadays they start people on the medication quite early, I think, because it drops your viral load and means that you're less of a risk to anyone. There's a stigma around the disease still, but people who don't get tested are the ones who are really spreading it. So people who are aware of their status shouldn't be stigmatized as much, because they tend to not be the ones who are continuing the spread of the disease. But anyway, this was 99 into 2000. I was very ill, but assumed that it was the side effects of the medication. On the day my sister had her daughter, Matilda, I was going to go up to see the baby, but then, but also had a checkup for my HIV viral load and such. And the doctors there said I shouldn't be seeing a newborn baby, and I didn't realise how ill I was until they started pumping me full of drugs, and then I had a real sense of I was wasting away. I was in hospital for about 3 weeks.
You're hallucinating blood tigers.
Yeah, I wrote about this in my book, Depravikazi. There were tigers. There was a blood bag next to my bed and tigers leaping over the bed. I had religious hallucinations, which didn't convert me. I took them to be archetypal. The mind holds these images. I don't know about the tigers, but I think I needed to reach that rock bottom, which I had in hospital, to get a feeling of to realise for the first time I wanted to live. A doctor actually came to me and said, "You do realise you're within your rights to turn down this medication we're giving you." And I actually was being given the choice to die, and I was very close to death. And for the first time, and I was so ill, so run down, in complete pain and misery, night sweats, fevers, shivers, feeling like ice in my body, and coughing pellets of compressed mucus, which and rattling in my lungs. It was tuberculosis I had, and pneumonia, and various other things. So if I had have turned down the medication, I could have been dead within a week or two. But for some reason, that was a realization in my head that I wanted to live. And from that realization, it was like, well, now I could have had that. I could have been on my deathbed age 90, and I was very pleased I had that age 22.
Yeah.
Because I had another chance, and I thought, if I live for one more year, I'll write a book. Wow. So I started writing a book, and then from the book launch, I formed my first band, The Flesh Happening, and
wow.
And that sense of urgency I never let go of. It's like every performance, this could be the last thing I ever do, so wow, yeah. I never wanted to lose that.
But your count's like pretty undetectable now,
isn't it? Yeah, it's been undetectable for years, and that's what the medication does, so it really makes you, even if you are being reckless, I'm in a monogamous relationship, which is good, but even if you are being reckless, you're less of a risk to other people with an undetectable viral load. It's almost as good as not having the disease. So
and your immune system is...
Your immune system's stronger. I still have some health problems, but they're not directly related to my immune system. So and yeah, I still have that sense of of urgency, you know, taking life, you know, seize the day. It's so easy just to go through life thinking, why didn't I, not taking opportunities, not thinking you're able to do things. I never thought I could have written a book or been in a band or learned to sing. I mean, I'm only just finding my voice properly now after more than 10 years, but
well, I'm so glad that you stuck around, obviously, and you know, it could have, I suppose, things could have been really different, but you know, thank God you're still here, and you know, you're kind of a success story in many ways.
Yeah, I think that was, in a way, hitting rock bottom was when my life began, and though I wouldn't wish the disease on anyone, you know, sometimes to be confronted with mortality helps you value life. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.